Hey, hope people are watching because it says 0 viewers, but here we go. See, can it record? That's the only thing it doesn't record. It's the first time. Where's the share settings? Let's see. Is it still recording this? Yeah, I think so. I don't like it. It's okay. We're still figuring it out. Click. No viewers, but here we go. Hey, cool. Can it record?
So you can play it back.
Yeah, so this is the live view. Close.
Right.
Okay, so what do we talk about with nobody watching? It's the only way this is important is if we can record it.
Well, it did record it.
It did the latency. Control room.
Did you see it said eject any
Bad players?
bad actors? So
Oh,
like,
bad actors.
say something stupid, all of a sudden you go, you get sucked out of the screen.
Hold it. Let me take this call. Hey, Dad. Daredevil. Yep. Okay, cool. Bye.
Well, that doesn't.
Hey! All right, so welcome to the show. Tonight we are talking about Destiny, the Taken King. We're talking about Hearthstone, and we're going to talk about virtual reality versus augmented reality. So, it started off, Destiny was awesome. So, I don't know if you caught it today, but Bungie did their live stream on Twitch and announced all the new features. So, we're about to break them down. Number one, new leveling. You can now see, okay, so let me back up. So, right now, you level from 1 to 20, and you have like
each of your subclasses.
You have your own subclasses, and you have XP that gets you from 1 to 20, and then after 20, you have to use light to level from 20 to 34 is the new cap.
Right.
Well, now after the patch or the expansion, you level from 1 all the way through 40, which is the new level cap, and
using only XP.
Using only XP. So basically, makes it a lot more easier for newer players to kind of level up and have a fun time without. And being able to solo missions by themselves and still leveling, whereas opposed to now, it's like if you don't have a group to raid with, you're kind of stuck at 30. So it's pretty. I don't really know how I feel about that because I feel like all the hard work I put in to getting myself up to 34 is now kind of wasted.
Well, okay. So my take on this is that it's a really good business move for Destiny or for Bungie, in that they are going to make all those casual players feel as if they can keep up with the people who are dedicated.
Right.
Where the dedicated people already know that if you look at the light, which is going to be the true, like how good you really are, is going to be shown by how much light you actually have. So you can be a level 40 and have 100 light versus level 40 and have 400 light. And so people are going to be like, okay, well, that guy's actually really good.
Yeah, but then it's still like, okay.
It cheapens it.
It does cheapen it. Okay, that's kind of my main issue, is that I feel cheapened.
You feel like you've been
I've
something's been
hundreds
taken
of
away
hours in that sneaking game, and it's
kind of a prestige thing. Like, you know, when.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Not prestige isn't a Call of Duty prestige, but like
no, but like you're
like
top
400
tier,
light,
you know.
And the cool thing is if you do buy the Taken King, then you start off at, like, if you're a new player, you start off at 25, and you can work your way up. So it's obviously a way to get newer players to kind of still
jump in.
They can jump in
anywhere.
Yeah, kind of like World of Warcraft, where it's like, hey, join us today, and we'll make it so you can crank out 100 levels in a one sitting. So
well, that's really cool in that people don't feel alienated. That
Yeah.
So I mean, you can jump in with good players and not be totally useless.
Yeah.
I mean, also it gives people who are dedicated players. Then maybe they have a class that they don't really use very often, but they would like to invest in. They just don't have the time or the amount of, I don't want to say skill, but if you jump in with a new class with the people you raid with all the time,
Yeah.
you can't do that because you're going to just be dead weight. And
Yeah.
this gives you an opportunity to jump in and not be dead weight in a new class.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel it's kind of weakened. Some of the other cool features that they brought in, as definitely you can agree with, is the ghosts.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. Okay, so it feels like they were like, we kind of have a lot of equipment that you guys have, like filling your slots, and they don't really have any bearing on the game whatsoever. They changed all that. 2 ways. Ghosts and your band colors, like your banners and stuff like that. So ghosts now actually will give you perks. So they'll also add, stats, so defense, intellect, discipline. They add all those. And then they also will be like, oh, this ghost right here will make it so you can jump a little higher or something like that, or take less damage, or melee and hit somebody and
they do definitely
they explode.
Give you a little bit more defense, like they're actually helping you.
Yeah, they're more useful.
Yeah.
And you can change the look of them. And different looks of your ghosts make it so basically it's like equipping different ghosts.
Right.
So different looks mean different perks and different stats.
Also, I don't know if anybody else had heard, but they're changing the voice for the ghosts.
Oh, right.
From Dinklage.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage is out. Nolan North is in. So, I don't know.
I think they said that that Dinklage, it wasn't so much that he was a problem, as that it was an availability issue. That since he's doing a whole lot of other things, it was a scheduling problem.
Really?
So, where North, however, this is what he does, is voiceover acting.
Yeah.
And so it made it a lot easier for them to actually.
I heard that it was actually, there was a lot of backlash, and like nobody liked them. So they were like,
I don't
get rid of Dinklage. We don't want to.
Well, like I said, I had read it from an article from Bungie, so they're probably trying to cover their, they don't want negative.
Yeah, they don't want to say Dinklage sucks. We're gonna replace him.
Right. They wanted to make it like it was a positive thing.
Yeah, I do think it's a good call having Nolan take over. I know it's kind of a tangent. I will kind of miss Dinklage just because of all the fun times me and my buddies have had just making fun of his stupid one-liners and quips. But I am kind of happy to see a good voice actor. I don't want to knock on Dinklage. The guy he's a good actor for sure. I just don't think he did. Voice. That's good. I didn't really think it fit the universe that well. Every time he talked, it just felt awkward. Like it's kind of like he's like, I don't know how to say this, so here it is. And then they must have taken the take like a bajillion times. And they're like, we'll go with that last one. Let's just move on. Next one.
I thought that was kind of the hilarity of it. It was that he would put these just monotone, just killed 500 bad guys, and he's just still monotone.
He's like, okay, I'll open this door.
Did you see what he just did like 5 seconds ago?
Come on, man.
An Archon.
Yeah.
It's like,
you guys have been working on this door while I was killing those guys.
Anyway, tangent. So now we have blueprints for exotics.
Yes.
You want to expand on that?
Okay, so blueprints for exotics. Now you can do, right now you have all the exotics right now. You have the Red Death, you have the Thorn, you have the Last Word, all these cool exotics. But they all look, every time you pick one up, they all look the same. Well, now with the blueprints, you can find a blueprint and then make that, it'll either be like, oh, hey, the Suros regime comes in black now, which is pretty cool. Or I want to have, so instead of like finding exotics that way, you can just make them. So that's kind of it's kind of superficial, kind of pointless, not useful at all, but it's still a feature that a lot of people are going to like. They also added 16 more bounty slots. So now when you have
not more bounty slots, it's up to 16.
You're right, up to 16 bounty slots. So you can, you don't go 2 more times going back to the tower every time. And that was the other thing, yeah.
You don't have to go back to the tower anymore to collect your bounties. Once you get it, you can just be like, oh, got it.
And if you hit the back button, You can it even pulls up a hub, so you can just like look at all your bounties right there. Bam.
Yeah, so you don't even have to go into the pause screen, or not pause screen, but the character screen and look through your stuff unless you're changing loadouts and things like that.
Yes.
So
It's so nice.
It's like user friendly now.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It's Why they didn't think of that before, I don't know, but I'm happy it's part of the expansion. I cannot wait. They also added this cool new feature where you can level up your legendary weapons.
Yes. You can sacrifice.
This is what he said. He said in the
the ones that you don't like to the ones that you do like.
Right.
Oh, mighty Gallowhorn, take this humble offering and become stronger.
Yeah. So
we love you, Gallowhorn.
So now, if you notice, like through the House of Wolves expansion, a lot of the guns don't have max level. Like every time you level it up with like a node, it doesn't give you more damage. The damage is the damage. So now with the expansion, you can actually take gear you're not using, use that to level up the damage on your legendary weapons.
Yeah, without having to go through the process of constant, like, okay, I gotta get this, and then I gotta get this, and then I have to wait till the very end of this legendary weapon to unlock all the damage that it does.
Right.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, so that's gonna make it interesting for like the low level players.
Yeah.
Because for higher level players, it's like, okay, you spend forever trying to level up a gun, where now it's like, okay, you got these lower people that are just brand new to the game. They can find a gun that they like and other bunch of junk that they have, and bam, they just level it up. They could be like a level 20 and have like a really good gun. Like
exactly. So I think it levels out PvP a little bit, because
it might.
People who have the time and energy to go through all the process and make that gun awesome, the people who don't have as much time can focus on getting that gun where they need it to be, rather than going through the whole process of, all right, now I have to spend a little bit to make it more ammo or whatever, and then you finally get to the giving damage.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be. It's a lot of. They have a lot of cool stuff. Like, I am really excited about it. They also added more vault space,
which is needed for hoarders like us.
Last time they were like, "Oh, we added more vault space." I was like, "That's it?
Yeah.
That's not. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with vault. Like, I'm still out of room." But this one is like, they have, what is it, 70 slots per
72 slots, and you get like 2 pages of, or like, it's weapons, armor, and other
miscellaneous. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can have 2 full pages. I think it's like, what, 36?
Yeah, 36 a page.
Yeah, there you go.
So, which is pretty sweet. I'm totally down with that.
Yep.
That's gonna be sick.
Awesome. Also, they have a questing thing now. So instead of always doing bounties, you actually can, you know how they used to have, or they still do have, for not for Sir, for
Eris.
with the, Eris, there you go. How she said, okay, you have to go do this, and then you have to go do this, and then you have to go do this. Instead of having to go back to her every time, you're going to have like bullet points, like, okay, you have to do this, then you have to do this, and you have to do this. And you don't have to go back every single time to...
Yeah, questing and everything like that. It's just going to be a whole lot smoother in this expansion. My only thing is like, okay, it's $40, which is pretty steep. But after seeing, this is just a fraction of the content that they're...
Well, yeah, because then, of course, they're giving us all new weapons and things like that.
Yeah, there's all new weapons and all stuff like that. But I mean, like, there's going to be more next week that they're going to announce, which I'm pretty sure is going to be either, like, raids or PvP.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, then the other one would be raids or, So whatever one, you're going to have raids and PvP stuff to announce, strikes and all that stuff.
Didn't they say that they were adding more to the previous expansions and stuff, like, so that the quests actually don't just go towards the Taken King, but it's also going towards the Dark Below and House of Wolves? It's adding more onto each of those?
Yeah, so like if you're going to get grandfathered into the Taken King, like all your classes and subclasses and everything like that are going to have that.
That's a good thing too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get rid of any of your stuff, because they said when they, or especially the stuff that you plan on using or that's in your vault, don't think that you need to get rid of all that stuff in order to reap the benefits of the Taken King, so you're like clearing spots or whatever.
Yeah.
No, they said keep all that stuff, because that stuff is actually going to be
useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they use all of that information to give you your rank
when
the expansion hits.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be pretty sweet. That's going to be really sweet.
So I'm really excited.
So keep it together. Keep it together. So I'm getting text messages from people right now. Text messages from people.
Of course, and they already talked about that they were going to give new subclasses to each one of the, Warlock, Titan, and Hunter. They're going to give the new subclass. Instead of being Striker and Defender now for Titan, you also get the one with the hammer.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
He looks like Thor.
Yeah,
it's like the Titan is now just Thor. So you have the Titan and the subclass of the Thor subclass.
Anyway, so that's going to be.
Yeah, but if you've been following Taken King at all, you already kind of know those things, so we don't really want to switch over time on it. But I am really excited about that. They also announced new shaders, so if you're a shader fan.
Oh, and all new your tags. Why am I drawing
emblems?
Emblems, thank you.
Yep.
All that stuff is
it's gonna be new.
Easy accessible.
A lot of
new.
Yeah, and the maps, like just the way you get around the vendors is different now too. So that's gonna be.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. The new there's a new mechanic in the gunsmith where you can go in and test out weapons, and then if you like that weapon, you can actually pre-order it, and it's like every Wednesday they send you the gun that
you field test it. You field test the weapon. So if it's a gun you like, then and you get like maxed up or something like that, they're like, hey, come back next week and bam, you got it. You get to keep it. Like it's a legendary gun.
Yeah, that you field test.
It's like demoing something for free in real life. I'm like, oh, just go ahead and keep it. Like what?
Yeah.
I got the demo test in Xbox. What? I gotta keep it.
So that's gonna be a cool feature.
Yeah.
It didn't change a whole lot with Cryptarch. Yeah, everything else was kind of,
yeah,
just getting small bumps here and there, but nothing really.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll be probably talking about the next update next week since they're doing their live streams every Wednesday at 11 a.m. So if you don't have a job or something and you're not working during 11 o'clock in the afternoon, then check them out. They're on Twitch/Bungie. But anyway, moving on. Hearthstone. Am I right?
Hearthstone.
Has Hearthstone taken over your life?
Zach knows from today that I played a lot of Hearthstone while I was here.
I can't believe it.
It's so good.
It's so fun.
Plus, the new Tavern Brawl is showcasing their new expansion.
Yes.
Which is the Grand Tournament. And the Grand Tournament has given us a new mechanic for that set, which is called Inspire, which is a mechanic that deals directly with your hero affecting your units.
Right.
So I use my hero powers to say I'm a mage and I do my fireball. Well, if I have a card on the field that's a minion that says Inspire, it makes that game text come alive. So it's like your like a battle cry or a death rattle.
Right.
So, but it's just now it's connected to your hero.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so for example, one card that's incredibly annoying is you can, every time you cast your hero power, you give this card +1/+1.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use another card called Maiden of the Water, and that makes it so your hero cost is 1 less, and then there's another card called something Mandrake, and it makes it so you can use your hero power as many times as you want per turn. So you get those 3 cards out on the field. You just redone the entire game based on one mechanic.
Man, it opens up a new type of deck.
Yes, I must say the Tavern Brawl. If you have Hearthstone, I highly recommend you go play Tavern Brawl.
Plus, if you win 1 game in Tavern Brawl, you get a free pack.
And you'll win 1. I know you'll guarantee. I played 2. I won 1. 50-50 shot. So.
And I got it on the first try.
Shut up. But it was and they let you play with the new heroes from the patch, so you don't got to buy them. You can still play with them. I played with, which is kind of annoying, but I played with Ariella,
which is a new hunter.
Yeah, twice, which is cool. I don't really like hunters, but
too.
The new mage.
The new mage.
Oh yeah, Medivh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that one's cool. I like Medivh actually better than the hunter, and I'm a hunter player.
Yeah, I'm a mage player, and he got to play Medivh. Yep. The universe is just not fair.
So I got
okay.
Pretty lucky on that one.
Yeah, you got real lucky.
Anyway, so I'll warn you though, it gets really tempting to want to buy those expansions when you get to play with it. It's like saying, here's an Xbox, play with it, tell me what you like, and then give it back.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it back.
I don't want to give it back.
It's fun.
I'm not doing it. You know what? I don't think So they're announcing what? They're announcing like 132 new cards. Okay, a brand new play mechanic and a new map, and it's $50. Nope. Nope, it's not worth $50, Trenton.
Yeah, I know they're gonna have to really. I mean, this is turning into a pay to win, free to play, pay to win.
Sadly, it feels kind of like that. I mean, unless there's like some really good balances coming our way. I mean,
well, if you
time to start winning a lot.
If you watch the guys who are winning,
they all have the good stuff.
Yeah, they're paying for it.
The first two expansions, I was like, $25 a piece. That's worth it. I'd spend $25 a piece for those expansions. I haven't yet, but
that eventually they'll keep knocking down the price.
They probably will. Blizzard is definitely known for being like, hey, for example, StarCraft during wintertime, it was like $10. And it's like normally like 20, but $10 for a whole game like StarCraft. If you played StarCraft, it's awesome. Huge. You could play that game for like 40 hours. And then they had the same thing with Heart of the Swarm, also $10. So hopefully they do the same with Grand Tournament because I really, really want it, but I doubt it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How did they link in gnomes versus goblins?
They just did it. They were like, hey, there you go, bam.
And they just gave it to you.
They just gave it to you. Yep. You just buy the packs.
I know, but I mean, how long did it take? Because I came in like halfway through. I mean, I didn't see the BlackRock or the Spider one.
Oh, Spider one.
The
Nexus one.
Yeah. Nexus. I didn't come in through those. How was that the first expansion?
The
first. I mean, I'm talking about Gnomes versus Goblins.
That was technically the first expansion.
See, so maybe after a while they'll just give it to you.
Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. Because they were just like, okay, first expansion is Goblins versus Gnomes, or Goblins versus Gnomes.
Well, see, then I mean, you don't have to buy the expansion anymore. It's just part of the game.
Yeah, I hope it's good. Hopefully they do that.
People just want to get a leg up, I think, and that's why they charge people for it.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I feel like the Goblins vs. Gnomes expansion didn't really do a whole lot.
Oh, I wasn't hardly ever buy any unless I was going to make a deck for it.
Yeah, I think that it was just kind of. It would definitely be a district mechanic, and if I had the money to just kind of throw it that way, then I probably could make a really good deck. But I didn't really see a whole lot of new stuff that I wanted. Although 132 new cards, you drop that in there. That's
if you want to get serious.
Really insane.
You need to buy the expansions.
Yeah,
it's a fun game.
Be competitive.
But if you want to play to win, you got to buy the expansions, and you need to get them.
I just hope it doesn't turn into a pay to have fun.
Well, see, I'm still playing and having fun, and I haven't paid a dime.
Yeah, me neither, but
I'm losing a lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. I lose so much. And before they dropped the expansions, I was winning a lot. I got good. In fact, I was so good that I would actually tell people I was good. And now that I lose, I look stupid. They're like, you're not good. And I'm like, I was. Once upon a time, I could have been a contender.
Could have been a contender.
So, yeah, that's Hearthstone, and we're pretty excited about that.
It's really cool.
So, moving on.
Yes.
All right. Last topic that we're going to be talking about tonight is virtual reality versus augmented reality.
Mm-hmm.
So, after seeing what you've seen today, okay, he wasn't really a believer in augmented reality, and then I showed him the Microsoft HoloLens demo, and he was like, I don't like Minecraft, and then he watched it, and he was like,
I can see how that would be a cool thing. I just wouldn't use it for Minecraft. That's not my thing. However, they did show some things that really piqued my interest because I've been waiting for a Pokemon game where you can interact with the sprites without doing this. And or it can follow you around, or you can watch it run across the desk, or I mean, if
you have to wear goggles all day to have that, though.
I'm so down for that. If it came down
Come on, Melissa's like, Trenton, what are you doing? Like, don't step on it! Don't step on it!
I'm playing with my Charmander, leave me alone.
He's like tickling like the air. It's so cute.
I'd be sitting there burning the house down. Shoot a fireball over there! Shoot a fireball over there! Things are exploring! Get down!
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think so you can do a lot with augmented reality. To explain our viewers, give them like the difference. Okay.
Yes.
virtual reality is something where it's like totally immersive, right? So for example, you put on.
Okay, the way I would explain it is virtual reality is you in a different world. Augmented reality is game in your world.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I think, like, yeah, that's exactly how you would describe it. Like, if you ever watch, for example, Minecraft, right? The Minecraft demo, you like, I want it to come out of this table, right? Comes up. Virtual reality is I put these goggles on, I don't see anything
I
besides
go there.
what's in that world. And I think that the pendulum is swinging kind of in virtual reality's favor as far as gaming goes. The practicality of virtual reality.
Well, I would say for gaming, people want to be immersive, right? So you want to be fully in the game.
Right.
I've always wanted to. I mean,
Right.
especially if I can use my,
You can fly, you can use the force on people.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that's like the dream.
Yeah.
Although, I would say the practicality of augmented reality is awesome, like, especially if you can link it to. I mean,
can you imagine that in like a classroom or something? I'm studying biology, and this is how you zoom into like here's the heart. You zoom in on a heart, pick the heart apart.
Yep.
Like yeah.
That's why I said practicality.
Yeah, that's true.
Augmented realities because they can use it outside of gaming. I mean, that way outshines any kind of virtual reality that you can do outside of gaming, but inside of gaming, virtual reality is really cool.
Yeah, I think that like when the rubber hits the road is going to be money, right? I mean, nobody. Obviously, big companies are betting big. I mean, you have Facebook that bought Oculus, right? You have Microsoft that owns the HoloLens. You have Sony that owns Project Morpheus, and then Nintendo. They're coming out with the NX, which they haven't said what it's going to be. But if I was a betting man, it would be virtual reality. So,
or some kind of augmented reality. Maybe
both. Maybe both.
Well, see, but they haven't given us any kind of figures.
Yeah.
I want to see how much it costs.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's like it's either going to cost a ton of money, like an impractical amount of money, or the only rich people are going to be able to own one, or it'll be affordable and awesome and great, and everybody's going to have a good time. But I doubt it.
I think the reason why I think they're not giving us a figure is because they don't want to scare people away from it. They don't want to be like, okay, well, it's not going to be out for 10 years, or no one's going to be able to afford it for 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, if they said, okay, so
if it's going to be 10 years, where it comes out, I want to stop hearing about it now.
Well, that's exactly it. They want to keep people hooked into this idea until
they're ready to launch.
They're ready to say, okay, people can maybe afford this, or the people who are really into it will save to get it.
Right. For example, I think Google Glass will be. I think there's a future for Google Glass in augmented reality.
Especially if you're walking around your house all day with a big old headset on.
Yeah. Right. Screw that. I don't want to have like a helmet thing on my head while I walk around my house.
But if you have the Google Glass, boom.
Or if you're like walking around outside, if it's connected to Wi-Fi or it has like 4G or something like that, and you're like, oh,
I don't want to be outside calls all day.
Yeah. But there are people that would. What if it was like a contact? Like you just put like a contact in your eye.
Oh, people are talking about that. They've been trying to make Google Glass a lens, but I mean, it's going to be.
That would really hurt. I feel like it would just be not a good idea. That would.
I mean, this is where we're getting into when are we going to start seeing stuff that you can put in your skin?
and before we're like, when are we going to have a day where you like just like throw stuff around in the air? Oh, well, that day's here now with a helmet. So when will it be? It's like on your wrist or tongue or something.
When is it going to be the reliant on it now?
Yeah, right. Like the cell phone. Can you imagine having a computer in your pocket? Now you have a computer in your pocket. Can you imagine being able to?
Next thing we're gonna have the computer in our head. We're just gonna be like,
I get a computer in my head. I feel like a cyborg.
Cool.
Can run faster and jump higher. And that will not be augmented. And then you find out you're just in augmented reality. You really can't jump higher or run faster.
I just look like it. I just look really stupid without the thing in my head. I'm sitting there like, whoa, look at me go!
Right.
I'm jumping. You're not even getting off the ground.
You know what? Okay, so to be kind of like, I don't know what the word is, but I heard, and it's not like, this is actually a fact. Like, I was reading a history book on the visa, like on film industry in general.
Mhm.
And you know what the driving force behind the VCR was? Pornography.
Oh,
Yeah. You know what the driving force behind getting the internet popular was?
pornography.
Pornography. You know what the virtual? You know what I'm banking on the driving force behind virtual reality is going to be?
Or augmented reality.
Yep. I mean,
That's not a laughing matter.
like it's kind of gross, but if you want to get real about it, I'm pretty sure that's where it's
So
going to go.
what you're saying is, if we want all this awesome tech, we need
Bring down the porn industry.
we need to. Well, no, I was going to say we want.
We don't want it.
It's like, hey, porn industry, make this real.
Honestly, that's what all. It's sad but true.
That's really.
And there's already been stuff going around that's already been like, oh, virtual reality, you know, this or that, which is
so many
gross.
things.
It was in a Wired magazine article, actually. Wired magazine.
So gross.
And what I want to know is if that did happen, that's not only is that gross, but like that's gonna screw up a lot of dudes. I read another article, like psychologically speaking, and it said that it would actually screw up like their like ability to even like think like that. Anyway, that's not a nerd dad thing. That's just a random thing.
Well, it is a dad thing. I mean,
It is a dad thing. That's
you
true.
can see how porn has affected fathers
Yeah.
or husbands
Right.
in the real world. I mean,
True.
porn takes away your love for your wife. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you need a wife when you could, I can
Have
see
put on these goggles. Yeah. Exactly. Like that's the scary thing. It's gonna. I think it's just like any other technology. Then at this point, right? It has the ability. It has the ability to do good. It has the ability for evil. Like
that. Yeah, that's. I
to
mean,
create and destroy.
that's what us as humans do. Unfortunately, since we're flawed,
Yeah.
is we
Snapchat. It was a driving force behind Snapchat too.
end up taking something that's supposed to be used for something really cool.
Yeah.
And perverting it.
Yep. Yep. Just about every medium you think about, every social media, Instagram,
All of it.
like Meerkat, Periscope, it's all gone down that dark route. And so, like,
Well, people take these things that, like I said, that are supposed to be cool, and they say, "How can I make this gross?"
yeah, how can I get something that I want out of this?
Exactly.
That's
How
not,
to get my job.
yeah. So it's not.
Well, we already see that with gaming on like a WoW type or MMOs. You can go and have sex with people.
Yeah, like
halfway across the world. You
Yeah.
can just watch. I mean, you can be playing with somebody on the other end,
Yeah.
and I mean, it could be a 300-pound dude.
Yeah.
Playing as this little
Yeah.
chick with big old.
Yeah.
And then it's just really. I mean, that's what we do.
It's a weird world out there, people. Weird, strange.
We got off on it.
Yeah, really. So anyway, I think we're about out of topics for this week. There wasn't a whole lot of news that dropped. Gamescom is over, which is sad. But hey, PAX is coming up.
They did, just as something that we saw today that was really cool, is they announced who was going to be Punisher in Daredevil Season 2. And it's Shane from The Walking Dead.
Yep.
And so people were really excited about that because they think it's a perfect fit, and they're like, just give him the skull. Just do it.
Just give him the skull. That's all he needs. So I am like on episode 7 of Daredevil. It's fantastic.
You need to finish it.
It's freaking fantastic.
It's awesome.
My goal is to have it finished by this week.
Yes.
That is my
do that.
That is my goal. If I accomplish nothing else in my life, like, you know, stuff that's important, hopefully I can have Daredevil finished by this week. Yes. So if any of you have watched Daredevil,
if you have ideas for discussions, if you have
email us
questions that we can answer, or maybe not, or maybe we'll get back to you and answer you because we like this stuff, researching and things like that.
You can hit us up at nerddads@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook, and obviously YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to us, please. And then we're also on Twitch, streaming that goodness, streaming us some Destiny, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, and yeah, good times. So follow us around the interwebs, and we'll see you around. All right, thanks for tuning in, all you guys.
Bye.